this individual is not just a spoken word artist, it's also a speaker and a dancer, and actually like tells jokes too. That's all kind of stuff that she does. For true. And so, true, you know? And so I would really love it if we could give a very warm, a very big, boisterous BlackLit Durham welcome to the incredible Shakkoi, otherwise known as IXToronto.
Hello, everyone. I got hot when I was going up the steps, so that's the reason for the fan here. Make some noise for Greg. Thank you so much for bringing us all here together. Yes, big up Black Durham Literature Festival, because it's really important for us to share our stories. So are y'all ready to hear some stories today? Yes! You don't sound like I said, are you ready to hear some stories today? Shakkoi, aka Need Some Koi, because everyone needs some koi in their life. Yes, they do. Because I talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, in between, all of that. So before I talk a bit about the 2 books that I have created, because yes, I'm an author, make some noise. Thank you. And I believe that everybody has the power to tell their own story. It really just takes you writing that down. Raise your hand if you have a journal. Oh, nice. Excellent. I love to see it. Well, it was my journal that allowed me to create my first book, titled The Poetic Transitions from a Hothead to a Conscious Queen. Make some noise sometimes you get angry. Don't lie. It happens, right? So I had to find a way to put my anger into a place that could benefit me, and that's what allowed me to create my first book. So I'm going to start with a piece that I usually share for the youth, but I'm like, you know what? We got to remember to talk about our inner child and speak to the inner child within us. So I'm actually going to do this right quick. And as a poet, I prefer snaps over claps. So if there's something that you relate to or you like, you can hear some snaps. Let me hear you practice. Okay, perfect. Just so I know, in case you like something, I know everyone could have done it. It's okay. So this piece here is titled Logged In, because I first logged in into a notebook, not a phone. So I want to remind everybody the power of that. And does anybody know what the term dopamine means? Dopamine? Yeah, you want to give us an answer to that?
It's a chemical that gets released when it's associated with joy or pleasure.
Exactly, make some noise. That's exactly it. Like, the reason why it's important to know about these terms like dopamine is because when we go on our phone, we're giving false senses of dopamine. So it's really important to create your own happiness by maybe writing a poem. Okay, here we go. Logged in. When I first logged in, it was for $1.15. It was in a little notebook that was painted green. Finally, my own personal inbox. Somewhere real to keep my deepest thoughts. But what was my username going to be? Something cool and fly, representative of me? These letters now represent my personality. But is that in fact a reality? Because we tweet on Twitter, but in real life we speak to soul connect. We use language to make our souls project. But how can you find out who you are if you don't self-reflect? Writing in a notebook and not a tablet changed my intellect. Click, click, tap, tap. I type with my pen. Click, click, tap, tap. The media has got you again. When you can't go a moment without TikToking or Snapchatting, I'm telling you today to snap back in. Social media can be very influential, but remember, you have the power. You are an artist with a blank stencil. There's no shame in putting down your phone to grab a pencil. Find out about yourself before you are sold a version of yourself. No matter what, you are beautiful. Take care of your mental health. Get natural dopamine from a poem you wrote. Leave traces of yourself. Leave traces of hope. Your life has more value than any meme, caption, or quote. So before you let your social media nourish, make sure you take the time to let your true self flourish. And peace. Thank you. So it's really important to write about your story, write about your life. It doesn't mean you have to become a bestseller, nothing like that, but it's really even for your family. What about when they want to hear about things that you may not be able to talk about? I speak about that because I lost my mom at a young age, and the way that I wish I had a journal I could read from her. So I just encourage everyone to write in your journal and just create. Not to be a bestseller, but just to write. And also, just as a shameless plug, I do coach in writing books as well, so you can holler at me for that. Okay, so this next piece here, it's about, when you fall in love and it's all good and it's amazing, and then you fall out and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe all this. So this, and for anyone out there, if you're feeling upset about anything, honestly, do not go to Facebook status, okay? I know it's tempting, but you gotta think about that coming back 5 years later. So this is me not going to Facebook status, but actually writing something creative with my emotions. So this piece here is titled Reminiscent Rambles. Because it's okay to reminisce, but don't go back. Do not go back, okay? Reminiscent Rambles. I am getting over you through conversations with myself. I am self-defining the real self-help. You know that words be cutting deep but give no band-aids to aid relief. I am living in my memories like an open cemetery. Bury me with self-forgiveness. I'm alone and I'm the only witness. You know how it feels, so what is this? Tug of war, but in a circle. If I call you back, am I an Urkel? Feeling like Prince got my heart on purple. Feeling like Prince got my heart on purple. Then all I see is new strains of stupid people. I wish I was next up like your sequel. Strong minds make the weak feeble. Pick your poison, choose your evil. Everyone's got it in a devil. Whoops, I meant to say in the devil. My words shake and make your words tremble. I'll always be so remembered. But I'm bossed in inner lostness. The costless have no sense. I'm ranting, but this ain't nonsense. We going back and forth like Aaliyah. We going back and forth like Aaliyah when I'm reminiscing and rambling. I'm reminiscing and rambling. I be reminiscing and rambling. I'm reminiscing and rambling. Then of course they try to come back, right? But you can heel in toe to the bottom flow. I'm gonna buy my high and you trumping low. Resiliency, making rich other poor. Resiliency, making rich other poor. I want you to love me the way that I love you in some Ashanti. That royal love like the Ashanti. I let Jah rule and manifest my destiny, so no bad mind can mess with me. And I know angels be surrounding me. I like to talk how I'm feeling, cause without pain there is no healing. I'm shea butter and you just lotion. I'm shea butter and you just lotion. Yeah, I've been cut, but like a diamond, that's why my melanin stays shining. When I'm reminiscing and rambling, I'm reminiscing. Let me hear them. I be reminiscing and rambling. Come on, reminiscing and rambling. Thank you, and peace. So it really helps when you get to practice writing different things and different stories onto paper. That gave me the power to realize that I can actually write for people who haven't even spoke to me. I can just think about how the conversation would go and write based off that. So this piece here, I do have to give a warning, a trigger warning. I do speak about gun violence. And the reason I speak about it is because it's happening. It's happening all over. And if we don't make the time to have these hard conversations, how are we going to change the mind of the person that may have a gun one day? So I wrote this piece thinking about speaking to somebody before they actually did something to take someone's life. So this piece here is titled Murder Mirror. When did you change leaders? When did the streets make you a believer? The battle of young black boy fighting stereotypes, but losing and confusing the values of life. A mother's woes taken onto your soul. She gave her baby warm blood for you to make it cold. She gave her baby hope, and you took away his goals. Who the do you think you are? Do you think your parents awaited your birth so you can grow up and put someone else's in a hearse? Who the do you think you are? Did you take any needle or pill to protect this child, yet you have the audacity to take his breath? People don't have kids to have none left. Who do you think you are? Oh, I know. I know. You think you are who they told you. You let the media mold you. No, South not to hold you. No, South not to hold you. Who do you need to console to? Laundromat life, you fold him and then he folds you. See, it's a cycle, but the last spin is not guaranteed. So listen to the facts I'm about to spin, please. Young black man, you are loved, you are needed. The world comes down on you because you can't be defeated. But only if you know that. Young black man, old black man, growing black man, you need to know who you are. You are beautiful, smart, soft, important, important, important. But if you are never told so, how will you ever know? So I'm here to say, stop the violence and know yourself, because you have way more potential than to just make a heartbeat silence. And peace. Thank you. And sometimes it's hard to talk about the heavy things, but you have to write about them to get them off your chest. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, say yeah, yeah. Yeah. Exactly. You know the good and the bad, the ebbs and tides of life. Shout out my godmom, raise your hand right now, because she tell me ebbs and tides, yes. So speaking of tides, let's ebb to a next tide. So this next piece here, it is titled Boom Bap Therapy. So I'm gonna need your help. Can y'all say boom? Boom. I said, can y'all say boom? Boom. Nice. Can y'all say bap? Bap. Excellent. So with this piece here, it's not a poem. It's a poem, not a rap, because I'm not a rapper yet. So, right, let's open the album. Take a picture. Yes. So what I love about this piece, it's about me writing for my parents. My mom never got to be here to share her story, so I think it's very important for me to do that. And has anyone seen the movie Coco? Raise your hand, Coco. It's an amazing movie. It's about, yes, it's about the dawn of the dead and how we really need to talk about the people who have passed so they continue to visit us in our life today. So it's a great movie, everyone check it out. Okay. So, and the reason why I wrote this as a form of therapy for myself. Someone who did go to therapy and it was great. But I wanted to create something that I could actually look back on. So is anybody here from Jamaica? Yes, I know, okay. So I make a mention here, right? Yes, I make a mention to a place called Tivoli Garden. Everyone, you know, Tivoli Garden. Because they like to say that Tivoli is not a great place, but that's where my dad is from, and I'm a great person, so if that's not a great place, I lie to my tell. So here we go. This is the chorus. The chorus goes, I want to be the boom that goes back so I don't back when the boom comes too soon. One more time. I want to be the boom that goes back so I don't back when the boom comes too soon. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to start. And quick thing about the chorus. What I'm saying in the chorus is that I want to be the boom that goes back so I don't back when the boom comes too soon. What I'm saying about that is I want to be ready for the booms and backs of life. I don't just want to boom, bum, bum, bum. You don't want to boom and back. So that's the whole thing of this. So here we go. This is not a rap, it's a poetry with legs. Gotta tell my story before she jumps the ledge. The story started in Tivoli. Mom from Mandeville, father from the ghetto, still the beginning, but not the real start. In Toronto, two beats became one heart, two Libras in love, a new world situation. Then came deportation, drug dealing parent undercover unaware, drug dealing parent undercover unaware, from gold chains to platinum handcuffs. Home is hard, but foreign is rough. Come on, I want to be the boom that goes back so I don't back when the boom comes too soon. I want to be the boom that goes back, little fast enough, so I don't back when the boom comes too soon. At the age of 8 is when she learned hate, called a drug man, but to her just dad. Mama try to make up for the lack of space you take up. Mama try to make up for the lack of space you take up. Mama, the black sheep with the queen armor, taught her how to cry less and smile harder. Dance all queen, but a daytime warrior. Mess with her poor kid, and you'd be sorry. All stress came in and changed scenario. Forecast cancer, forecast dialysis. No one to uncast her heart's paralysis, so she cast a pen to stitch her sorrow that she knows guaranteed is not tomorrow. House taken, equity calculation. House taken, equity calculation. Running for the bag, but you might be chasing Satan. Running for the bag, but you might be racing Satan. Shakkoi. Coy gal, but far from it. Through the pains and strains, she stayed loving. Rearranged the shame to be discovered. Suicide was a sewage I decided to recover. Suicide was a sewage I decided to recover. Never was an angel, but I'm blessed and I'm covered. Some say I'm too much for knowing too little. I say I'm too much for when I was brittle. It's simple. Live the life that you were meant to. And you start to go back before you go boom. Come on, I want to be the boom that goes back. I don't back when the boom comes too soon. One more time, I want to be the boom that goes back. So I don't back when the boom comes too soon. Boom, back therapy. You guys woke up. You came out to see. I'm all y'all in the studio. Are we ready to rock it? Okay, so I'm coming to my second last piece of the night. That tends to happen sometimes. So guys upstairs, second last piece. Remember what we talked about? Okay. So this piece here was, I wrote this because I was getting upset. Now you see what I said, I don't get arrested, I just write, all that stuff. So I got upset because I was trying to, I'll be candid with y'all, because we like family, Durham, we all close, all that stuff. So I was applying for this poetry thing overseas. And this man was like, but you're not really in the slam poetry realm, I don't see you slamming your poetry. I'm like, me not just slam my poetry, I wouldn't think this, I'm not just dashing here and dashing there. And the whole thing about slam poetry is it's competition. But I'm like, Erica Badu, I'm sensitive with my thing. So I don't want to just show it to people or whatever. So because he kind of said like I didn't really belong in slam, I'm like, let me write a slam poem. Because we create regardless, you know what I'm saying? So if this is gonna be, I wrote this more like a Def Jam vibe, so y'all, snap it up, okay? Okay, so this is him trying to tell me that you can't be in slam, so this is my response, okay? Slam poet. Slam poet? I never had to poet to slam. Not a regular poet, so let me tell you who I am. Need some coy, act like you know. My greatness was inked in a long time ago. Unseasoned artist? Don't even begin. Like you don't see the flavor oozing from my skin. I'm the leg that went stank. I'm the teller, no bank. I'm the back stretch to your spleen. I'm the freedom to your quarantine. I slam in my verse. I make words stand. My tongue game stings like Will Smith's hand. Even on a good day, I'm the worst. My lines so heavy they congregate instead of converse. Before you class me as some poet, let me show you how I throw it and throw up all doubts. I'm living up just to throw down. I only adjust my head to fix my crown. No showdowns when I'm too up. I don't write for trophies because I am one. If I ever enter the slam, they have to change the name and call it a blam. Straight execution when my pen be moving. Tongue on trigger, are we ready for looting? Slam poet, I can't stand. Big poet, that's the plan, huh? My lines make you duck like I'm ducking in these stanzas. I never wrote poetry to win the prize. I simply write poetry to stay alive. Slam poet. And peace.
Right.
I just want to remind everybody once again, the power of loving yourself is the power of freeing yourself. If you're feeling down about anything, reach out, talk to that person, write in your book. Choose art because art has really saved my life. So the piece that I'm going to end with today, I just want to quickly shameless plug, shout out my second book. Y'all can get it outside, but this is for adults only. So, yeah, sorry.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, good.
Yes, yes.
Walk it off.
Thank you. We're all working together here, right? Excellent. Okay. So for my last piece, this was actually one of my first pieces that I wrote when I was living in Ajax, full circle vibes. And it was really me just tapping into self-love to learn how to free myself. And I just want to remind everyone here that you can feel bad and write about yourself feeling good, and slowly but surely, you will start feeling good. Okay, so I'm going to start with this piece, and it's titled, It's About Me. Can you hear me without a mic? Yeah, last piece, so we can't really there, you know what I'm saying? This is not a poem to you, for you, or about you, because it's about me. It's about the times that I did not waste, developing myself as you overlook the shine of my loyalty. Now look at me, being loyal to me, as you still cheat on yourself. I said, look at me, being loyal to me, as you still cheat on yourself. I should have changed my name to Gravity, the way that I held your butt down. Now look at me, getting elevated closer to my ancestors so no system can tell me who I am. No system can force me to agree that the time spent with you was a waste, because it was also time spent with me. You told me I was number one. I said, boy, I'm no number. I'm that thunder. No OKC. I fed you. No KD. Every day you know what to do. My melanin's so melanated that I sparkle. I'm trying to show these young queens that they need to find themselves before a man, and especially before a boy who thinks he can.
Because he can't.
Now, I'm not against a boy who thought he could. There's nothing wrong with dreaming. But don't claim yourself a king just because you figured out how to release semen. Because now I see men
More to it.
wanting to be men, but they don't believe in themselves. Two wrongs never make a right.
No.
So to love yourself is an everyday fight. Now, back to me. It's about the hindsight that I did not see, but I won't allow that to mess up my destiny because I still have vision.
Amen.
And with that vision, I can see that not all men are the same. So I thank you to the kings who do sustain. Thank you for believing and achieving love. Yet another reason I could stand here and say, my love for you was meant to decay, but my love for you was never a waste. Because it taught me how to love myself so much more, and now I'm free. And that's why this whole poem is still solely about me.
Make some noise for Shakkoi.